What's up, everybody? Thank you for coming and checking out the YouTube channel. Like I said in the podcast, I did get the Dark Souls 3 Collector's Edition. I did open it, so I'm just going to show you guys everything that was inside, and then kind of give a brief overview of how I feel about everything. Well, let's go ahead and start it off with, of course, you got the game itself. Duh. The only one that's not doing this is Mirror's Edge. And I'm probably going to rip them for their collector's edition since I have to buy the game separately. You also get the Art of Dark Souls trilogy. I'm actually really happy that we got that. Especially for somebody like me, I've never played any of these games. So being able to kind of look back, see what the enemies looked like. You got enemies. A lot of enemies. Equipment. The world itself and key art. You also have NPCs, relics, art of the Red Knight, and bosses. I think that's pretty cool. They gave you an empty steel case for Dark Souls 3. So whichever, case that you want to use between... Like, it's still in the cellophane. Like, I literally haven't opened this yet. But either you can use the regular case or your Dark Souls 3 Steelbook. I'm obviously going to switch it over to the Steelbook once I've opened it. And just kind of have an extra case laying around. You also got this map. My voice cracked. You also got this, I'm going to call it a map. And it's on this, like, silk paper type of a thing. Pretty detailed. I think that I like that it's not just like these regular poster paper. I like it's something different. I also like just the look and the feel of the map. And then of course, because it's a collector's edition and it's another statue to add to this room, the swords, you actually have to put into the hands. These little bitty, end pieces come off. Let you slide it into the hand. Really detailed statue. I like it a lot with the Dark Souls 3 on the bottom. All in all, I would say that this was a pretty good collector's edition. I would give it probably an 8.5. And the only reason that I'm not pushing it up into the 9 and the 10 range, simply because there is no season pass that comes with it. You still got to go get that separate. I'm just not a big fan of that. I think that if you're going to make a collector's edition, let me get that season pass with it. I'm already spending $140, $150. You get some that are only $100. Those normally come with just the season pass in the game. Maybe a Steelbook. I have MLB The Show's Collector's Edition. This was, I think, just 10 extra bucks. There is no season pass for it, but they gave you some stubs, and since you got the Collector's Edition, you got some other in-game stuff. I really wish they would have done that for this Dark Souls. I guess I'll open it up. Maybe it's on the inside, and I just don't know it. I know that it wasn't publicized to have any season pass. And there's only going to be 2 DLCs that come out with this. The first one is going to be released late this year. The second will be released early 2017. There is no official dates yet. And that's kind of expected. So on the inside, this is the first time that I've opened it up. You guys just saw me rip that off. We got the soundtrack as well as the game. I like that the soundtrack is with it. For those, heavy into Dark Souls. You got a starter guide, which, from what I've been told, is very necessary. As well as the Collector's Edition guide. Just kind of telling you to go get that. You got a standard and an Edith Flask edition available wherever books are sold. That way, when you don't know what you're doing, go get that. I want to thank you guys for coming and checking this out. Like I said, about an 8.5. I'm going to show all of this to Chris. So listen to the podcast this upcoming Sunday. We'll do a real short thing about it. And then we're going to continue on with what we have planned for this Sunday. So thank you guys so much. And as always, I'm Dom, and we got next.